definition of beauty is, I don't know, I think there's many.
I think it's more of a feeling than like a word. Beauty's subjective. I think beauty is what you make it.
Being beautiful inside and out and just owning up to that, having that energy.
Having a good energy.
It has to do with like how you make others feel.
So I feel like my definition of beauty is different than what like somebody else's definition of beauty.
How do you express yourself with your personal style?
Something that makes me feel comfortable and not like I'm forced to like, you know, just show.
My friends know I probably have the worst wardrobe in all of my friends. I have clothes from like high school. I feel like I'm so focused on like my career that I forget that I have to buy clothes. Like literally, my clothes is Mervat's closet, and that's on period.
It's quarantine. I've been wearing like all black, like snow pants, jacket. Like I don't really like, you know. But before those times, I was still wearing the same 5 fits every day. So I don't know.
For me, I like to be comfortable, but as I grew older, I like to be sexy as well. And
I just like when things are kind of different and like having like a kind of wow factor, for lack of a better word.
To be honest, I think it depends the day. Some days like I be dressing like this, and some days I'm very toned down and I'm just like my sweats. And to be honest, I want to dress like that. I'm just lazy or woke up late.
So at home, I usually, you know, just, when I'm by myself at home, I like to dress all cutesy with the skirts and the short tops. And then sometimes I do the cosplay, and nobody knows that I do. Nobody in my family knows I do this because I know they're gonna judge me. Yeah. So so what I like to do in secret, my personal style is be cutesy.
I usually wear a lot of rings, necklaces, colorful stuff, just like kind of hippie style, but like stuff that I've just always been interested in, and that's kind of my personality because I'm kind of like outgoing and grounded.
I love when you use something that makes your body look like longer and like more like, kind of like with the flow, you know how ballerinas are, they have like very like slow movements. That's what I love what clothes do. I mean, I also have this style where you kind of, you know, show a little bit of everything, but...
When I do buy clothes, I like to buy clothes that make me feel confident. So I love tight-fitting clothes, but I also love, you know, like tracksuits. I love t-shirts, you know. To me, like my style ranges depending on how I feel, but more than generally, like I like wearing dresses.
When I'm going outside though, like I'm going to a party or like a dinner, that's when I show up and show out. And I just wear whatever makes me feel sexy, you know?
yeah, you like sexy.
I like sexy.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Something that makes me feel free, but still shows that I'm a woman.
For example, like my blazer here, and then it has like the details on the back, stuff like that. I like to just have something that's like kind of out there.
I love colors. I love feeling sexy. I love just pushing the like envelope a little bit, you know?
There's a moment in your life where you didn't feel beautiful and why?
I think regularly, you know, there's like, so many images out there of how we're supposed to look like to please everyone that a lot of the times I forget that I am, I guess, beautiful in my own way.
Just like my body type, like, you know, I want to be different, or I feel like everyone feels that way, even girls who do look like that, and that I would consider to be like setting a standard. I'm sure they also feel their own insecurities.
Just growing up in like a really small city, especially where it's like I was like the only black girl. So for me, it would be like majority of my life where like I didn't necessarily like feel pretty, and it kind of sucked. Obviously, like around my like 18, 20s or whatever, I started to feel more pretty because I just started to see more me. But it also had to help with like the internet, because black girls were becoming like a trend, you know what I mean? Dark-skinned girls were becoming, you know, we were coming up. People were appreciating us more. So I feel like that gave me the confidence that I needed because I started seeing people that looked like me.
I guess like the worst was like middle school. Like I just didn't feel pretty at all.
I felt like there was more so moments where I didn't feel beautiful, but I learned to snap out of it as fast as I possibly could because I don't like to dwell on feelings like that.
And like all the women that kind of like look like me with the nose and like, you know, everything. we forget that at some point, even in history, we were very beautiful.
Just comparing yourself to like women, that's what I think women do. Like they often feel like they're in competition with each other because, you know, like people will be like giving attention to more than the other. And yeah, it really like is debilitating to have that kind of mentality.
For a majority of my life, I just didn't feel beautiful. And it's not only because of like what I saw, but it was like how I was treated.
Because people would tell me that like I'm really ugly, and like men, it would always be men. It would always be the men that would always be like, oh, you're so ugly and blah, blah, blah. And like, I just didn't feel beautiful until like 22, 21, until those years. So it's not like a specific moment.
And it's like, if my hair was, okay, if I like valued my hair, if I felt like accepted because of my hair or whatever, like I would have felt good and not like bullied, you know? But since I got bullied, I didn't feel like I didn't feel good, didn't feel pretty or anything. Cause you know, it's my hair.
And yes, it's natural for you to not feel beautiful at times, like, oh, I have pimples on my face or something like that, but at the end of the day, it's natural and it's normal, and I keep on telling myself that.
How did you overcome that, or did you?
I don't really feel like I did completely, to be honest. Like there'll always be a little part of me that will wish for something different than what I have. I think also people just want what they can't have. I just have to remind myself every day I bring something different, and like there's no one like me exactly. So I should embrace that.
Start accepting myself and accepting the fact that the world is in a shamble and gaining weight is okay.
I just stopped giving a fuck. Sorry. I just like, and then once I just stopped giving a fuck and I just started taking care of myself, and I just started like, I don't know, it just changed. Like I did like a complete like 360, 180 or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm like really confident now, so that's good.
I just started to see myself through my eyes, and to be honest, especially with this panoramic that's been here for like a year, being in my room all the time forced me to like really like reflect. And then I kind of sat there and I was kind of like, who do I want to be? Who do I want to look like? And when I did that, I realized that I just want to be me, and I want to look like the most confident version of myself.
I think I overcame it in grade 7, because I shaved my hair in grade 7 again, right? And like, I wasn't really confident about it. But then when I went to church, people were just gassing me, like, say your hair looks so good, whatever, whatever. And that's when I realized, like, I can't really be expecting like validation from the outside. I just have to make it on the inside, because there's always gonna be somebody that doesn't like you or that doesn't think you're pretty or whatever, you know? So I think when I cut my hair in grade 7, that's when.
Do you feel more comfortable in the clothing you wear today compared to how you dress daily?
I do feel more comfortable because I look at first of all, the environment is amazing. I feel so comfortable with everyone here, and people that are looking at me, they're not looking at me and saying, oh, like, what? They look at me and they just say, wow. And to have that is amazing.
Not really, because this isn't something I would normally wear. So because I'm not really that used to it, I'm not completely comfortable in it, but it's what I feel really good in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, kinda. You know, I wouldn't normally wear like a dress like this in front of my parents because, you know, they're very religious and, you know, they don't like it when, you know, you show too much body, but that's what I like. And they don't really understand that.
No, like I felt comfortable in the clothes today, but if I wore that like last year or like before, I feel uncomfortable because there was just always a thing with my mom and me showing my legs and stuff, and I was wearing booty shorts, so like outside, that's never a thing, but I did feel comfortable, but if it was before, I would not.
The people here, yes, because I know nobody here is gonna judge the way I look right now. If I were to wear this in front of my family, or even people on the streets, if I wear this, I will not feel comfortable, right? But in this setting right here,
Yes. I felt way more comfortable just dressing up, wearing the clothes that I'm wearing because it makes me feel confident. Every day I wear clothes that are just like what I wear to sleep. Like I don't dress up every day, so dressing up allows me to feel super
Confident dressed today than I do like when I go to work, you know, because obviously if I went to work like this, people would be like, what the fuck? Yeah, if I could every day. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like in this like today, I feel comfortable and beautiful. Because if I could, I would dress like this every day.
So you say that you dress like this more if you could, right?
Yeah.
Is there any other thing that stops you from looking like this and dressing like this every day?
Men, it would always be the men. Men, just the way men look at me, it makes me feel very like uncomfortable in the way that I dress. Like I need to tone it down because it's like not, you know, like if you want attention, there's also
Unwanted attention on me, you know?
And it just bothers me because I'm thinking like, oh, like what are they thinking about me, or like, or some looks that I get, I just don't feel comfortable getting those looks.
What are you going to change that?
I'm starting to tell people that I do like cosplay. So I think that's a start. Just to tell, I tell my friends that I do the cosplay, and they don't judge you. They're like, okay, that's cool.
Well, you have to put yourself first. So I realized that I was just in an environment where if I stay there, like I can't grow. I just feel like I just have to accommodate to people that I don't want to accommodate to, even though I love my parents. It's just like they don't get it, which I understand, but I have to keep on moving forward and do what I do with respect, and that's the best I could do.
Because last year, I was still living with my mom. This year, no longer, and I feel more like comfortable to express myself because I don't have to walk past her in my outfit for her to judge me. I can just go outside and wear whatever I want to wear and feel good.
Dressing up allows me to feel super confident, but also it makes me have more fun and kind of just like recognize that, you know what, like there's so many beautiful women, there's so many beautiful styles, and being around them makes me feel so confident.
I love my style, but sometimes I try to go with a style that is like, you know, that it's like the TikTok style, they're like, and I forget that I like love to dress like this. I'll probably stick more to like what I love more than what like pleases everyone around
I
me.
feel like this is like me to like an extreme. Maybe I could do this more like toned down, but still feeling like confident, comfortable.
I guess now I'm just not caring. Like, if I want to dress like that, first of all, I always hated being told what to do. So it's really quite ironic that I would listen to how people would view my fits, you know what I mean? So now it's kind of like, I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna have a great time doing it, and I'm gonna look good doing it too.
Block everything else out. Like, you know, those horses that have like those like blinds on their sides, like that's what I just want to have. Like, just block everyone else out and just wear whatever I like to wear, and like, who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks? That doesn't affect me in any way. I just have to like remind myself that.
Bitch, you guys